The diet ones? The diet.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Thursday, May the 24th, 2018. I now call this San Juan Economic Development Corporation meeting to order. It is 5:19. First item on the agenda is our roll call. I'll begin with my right. Please state your name and title, please.
Then I'm EDC Director.
Mario Garza, Assistant Secretary.
Neto Guajardo, Board Member.
Jose Sanchez, Board Member.
Israel Garza, Treasurer.
Oh, Vice President, sorry.
And Griselda Palacios, Attorney.
And Arturo Guajardo, President. First item on the agenda is public comments. Have anybody signed up for public comments? Going once, going twice, no public comments. We'll move on to our next item. Item number 4 is our director's report.
Yes, good afternoon, Chairman, members of the board. This past month, or this month, we had a couple of ribbon cuttings. One of them was Polo Tires. It was a tremendous event, very nice building, very well attended. I think it's one of those things that it's a good positive thing for the city. It took place on May the 5th, as well as Golden Chick opened up on the Monday after that weekend. We see that there's a lot of activity going on there, a lot of people going in, so it's another positive thing for the city of San Juan. And the third part there, we, the chairman, Arturo Guajardo and myself, went over to Vegas on that Recon, not the EDC conference. There's a difference of Recon and the EDC. However, we met with the gentleman, the general manager for Denny's. It's pretty much done deal. The only thing they're waiting on is on the closing of the property. Other than that, according to what the gentleman is saying, they already invested quite a bit of money. And the intent of them building the restaurant is a go. And they're hoping that they can finish by the end of the year and operating at the beginning of the fiscal year.
They were pretty confident that they could, from the time of breaking ground, they could have it up and running in 120 days. What they wanted from us was a clear path with permits wise. He said that's for them. That's always a holdup. Permits.
Shouldn't be a problem.
That's what we told them.
Let me ask you this, but all the infrastructure and everything's ready to go over that?
The infrastructure is there, the water lines, the sewer lines, so there's no issue with infrastructure to what they were asking for. Their concern was that if there was gonna be infrastructure or water lines were not going to the back because they're gonna have an access road.
That access road, right. They were worried that there was lines that were gonna have to be redirected or anything, but there's nothing there, according to our utility guy. The clear path, that road.
It's a clear path.
That exit road is the one that comes behind Thielen, coming to the
Correct.
the one on the back, like an alley or something like
It's
that.
like an alley, and they're gonna use there as a.
It's a return.
As a return.
Ah, that's great.
So there's no issues, there's no obstacles anymore. I mean, it's pretty much a clear thing for them. Now they'll be coming over for some sort of participation from the EDC, but that would be something that we can talk about maybe at a future meeting.
The other thing that, if I might add, that changed from those members that have been here prior talking about Denny's, this used to be a franchise, and the local franchisee was a Charlie, I forgot his last name, Charlie Lopez. He owned the one in the island, I think in West Waco, and he was the one that was gonna do this one. Well, corporate Denny's has bought him out, so he's no longer involved, and this project is gonna be done by corporate, not by the franchise owner, which even makes that a stronger location for us. That's our #1 location in the whole US right now that they're looking at in San Juan. So they're ready, we're ready to go, we can just assure them the permits.
And we pretty much told them that between the time that they apply for the permit and the city commission approving it, it'll take anywhere between 2 and the max 3 weeks. Because they have to go through the P&Z, and then it comes before the commission, so at the most 2 weeks for the permits to be approved. Other than that, it's.
You had mentioned about that they're gonna come to the EDC as far as like for some kind of incentive. Okay, now my question to you is are they gonna come during this fiscal year or when we go into the new budget? Or can we like push it going into the new budget?
And that's the full intent, Mayor, that when they come over, we can always say, there's gonna be so much, it all depends on the board, how they wanna spread out the incentives or the assistance, that after, once it's completed, you can give them like, let's say, I wanna say 25%, after reaching a certain amount of sales tax or sales, another certain percent, and then maybe after 1 year, another type of incentive. So that's something that can be negotiated, that can be talked about.
Okay.
I don't know what terms they're gonna be asking for, obviously, they're not saying, we're relying on these terms for assistance from the city, the ADC, for them to build, they're really not into that. They're gonna build regardless.
Yeah.
They're coming, they're coming. We just wanted to show good faith that we're willing to, really there's really nothing there. We told them, look, it's not like we have a menu of incentives,
Right.
you know, like, okay, which one do you want? It's more like, well, what do you need help with? So after we met, Mr. Arjona and I suggested, well, maybe we could help them with the paving of that road, which wouldn't be a major deal for us, and since you guys already have a road project going on, might be something to consider. Maybe shorter, rather than money, you know. I mean, it would take some investment, but I think that would be a good show.
Yeah, but in the long haul, we'll get it back.
Oh, yes.
With that kind of tax base,
Big time.
I mean, equals.
24 hours operated, so it's.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Other than that, Mr. Chairman, unless there's any other questions, I don't have anything else on the director's report.
Okay, and then our next item on the agenda is San Juan EDC financial report.
Yes, on this one, I would like to take no action, there's nothing that I can bring over, because we're working on the budget as we speak. There's some, on the next meeting, I'm gonna bring a mid-year amendment, budget amendment, and we're still working on the figures, so we were not able to complete the report.
Okay. Then we'll go on to our action items, which is under number 6. Number 1 is discussion, consideration, possible action, if any, to approve payment of invoice 1659 submitted by AEC Engineering LLC for a total of $10,966.47. The invoice is attached.
Yes, on this particular invoice, this is the work that is done, that was done by the engineer on the Lexus project. The original contract is already 100% completed, so he's asking for the final payment of $10,966. Now, there's a change order on that, but this is for the original contract, and that one is already 100%.
Any questions for discussion?
The change order was for more or less, or?
The change order is for more, that's the additional water and, not the water, the sewer extension over to the veterans. That was a change order for, this is not the,
This doesn't affect that.
No, this is for the original contract on the Lexus side, for the lift station.
In other words, their change orders are covering that part.
Right.
And so it's not gonna be zero then?
Well, for the original contract, yes,
Okay.
but not for the.
Oh, the other one is
additional
gonna be
one.
real simple.
Any further discussion? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, possible action, if any, to approve payment for invoice payment number 6 submitted by Castle Enterprises LLC for a total of $119,832.34.
Yes, again, this is for the, this is the actual contractor that is doing the work. Actually, this is also 100% completed. There's a retainage that we can pay him as well, but we're gonna bring it at the next meeting, but this work is already being completed at 100%. There's maybe a couple of weeks pending on the change order that is still pending, so at that time, maybe what we can do is we can close this one already, and we'll see what they invoice on the other part. But this is also for the original contract on the lift station and the lines that.
So are you saying that this might not be the final payment to them?
Well, no, because we should have the retainage on it,
Okay.
but this is the final payment as far as the contract goes. Not including the retainage.
Again, the change order doesn't pertain to us.
No, not the change order. The change order will come later.
Any further discussion or questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
You said it was 100% complete?
This one, as far as the Lexus, the original contract, yes, sir.
Only the parameters of the actual.
Right. We're just needing the change order, there was the extension of that sewer line. And that one, like I said, they're about maybe a couple of weeks shy of completing 100% of that project.
So that's gonna be a different invoice, how much will that be?
I forget what the amount was, 100 and some odd?
Additional?
Additional. And that was the money that was left over as a surplus.
For the circuit.
Right, so there was nothing coming out of the EDC, there was surplus monies that were left over, and the recommendation and the approval of that was to extend the line to help the other businesses that are coming in.
Got it. That's what
Second.
We got a motion and a second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is discussion, consideration, possible action, if any, declaring a sponsorship for Fishing for Hope. The sponsorship level is promotional purpose and authorizes San Juan EDC to sponsor initial payments for the Fishing for Hope. The sponsorship level of the promotional expenses covered by San Juan EDC board.
That's the, Super Hope, line number.
I saw that thing is in August, and we're really early on that. If you all recall, we've been talking about having a form that we should give out to everybody. And the last meeting we had, I had actually found one that was being used by this corporation way back in the day. And it was just kinda, we saw it, we looked at it, but we didn't take any formal actions, whether to approve or disapprove, or whether we were gonna use that or not use that, or how we were gonna handle these types of requests. So it's up to this board to do however, whatever, but we do have 3 or 4 of them on the agenda, I saw. There's enough time, to backtrack and give them that form and say, look, this is our process. I would have hoped that we could have done that rather than put it on the agenda, but for whatever reason, it did end up on the agenda. But it's up to whatever we all decide to do, however we wanna handle it.
And that's something that I would recommend as well, only because of the fact that if we're running the numbers, there's gonna be there's some numbers that we need to start moving along, and so we can have the funding available.
That's the key right there, you know, we need to be aware of that number that we're gonna start off with and how much we're gonna end up, who we're gonna give to, whether that's Mr. Pedro Contreras or Mel Gomez.
So we can table this.
Well,
I think we should- I
those
think
are wishes of the board?
July meeting. Now, here it says that, if this was to be approved, it should be emailed no later than Friday, July the 27th, which is
We have to-
a month.
So before then, we can actually give them the form, right, and they can fill out?
That's what I would hope.
I prefer the, I don't know how you all feel, but having that form.
That's fine, we should got time anyway.
Okay, so I've got a motion to table this item and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is discussion, consideration, and possible action, if any, declaring sponsorship for RGB Partnership Foundation's 29th Annual Valley Proud Honors Banquet. The sponsorship levels was presented.
You know, Chairman, members of the board, this one came a little bit late. This one was, actually, this one took place last week. So I'll recommend that we take no action.
Okay, so that's a puzzle. So whatever you all wish to do. No action, I'll entertain a motion.
No action on my part.
Second.
So we've got a motion for no action on this item and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item is discussion, consideration, possible action, if any, authorizing San Juan EDC interim executive director to proceed with request for qualifications for the San Juan Economic Development Attorney.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of the board, this is an item that, as Mr. Fajardo recommended to be placed this way on the agenda. Usually typically on a attorney, it's a professional service, so we could have done an appointment instead of RFQ. That would be a recommendation that I would say maybe like an appointment instead of going for qualifications, not something.
What are the wishes of the board? I mean, we need a lawyer, right? We're thankful that for Ms. Palacios to be sitting in for us and covering, but we do need to have some permanent lawyer here. Well, what have been the processes in the past?
In the past, it has actually been appointed.
Just an appointment. And we throw names and appoint, or we seek people to apply, or?
Usually in the past, it's been, appoint names, and,
At what point in time do we wanna consider names? Do we have any idea of anybody that we'd like to have as our lawyer?
We'll make a motion.
Yeah,
but it's not on.
Well, it's not on the,
Not on the agenda.
it's not on the agenda to appoint somebody now,
No, okay.
but we
To
can,
decide, if we're gonna do that.
how we're gonna do this, the process, right?
Yeah, because right now it's the consideration as to whether to proceed with qualifications, request for qualifications,
Exactly.
or if you want some other manner, appoint, just.
So I know we're gonna move.
So are we understanding? So we can either advertise and request for qualifications and people come and apply, or we don't use that process and we just appoint somebody. So that's what we're discussing here.
I just say we appoint somebody.
So you all would wanna just appoint someone? Then you will,
I make a motion to.
I second.
Appoint.
we've got a motion and a second that the process to be used is just to appoint somebody rather than go off for RFQs. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
One question for discussion here. By next meeting?
And can we agree to put it on the next agenda? That's what I was gonna add to.
Yeah, we'll put it
It's just better because we don't want to make. this
Next
one
meeting,
not-
it'll be on the agenda. Perfect.
To decide whom? Not just
To appoint.
Or to appoint, I'm sorry, to appoint.
Or, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel, but have a special call.
And we can do it.
And I say that porque,
The sooner the better.
yeah, exactly, and so that way when this attorney comes in, they take off running
I don't
mode.
have a problem with having a special call meeting next week just to do that.
Just to do that, I agree with you.
One item?
Well, the sooner the better, man. We can do it on, the date's what,
Today is the 24th.
As early as Tuesday.
I'll be out, but, you know,
Tuesday.
I'll be out, be talking.
When you coming back?
I'll be back till the following week.
Tuesday,
And then I'll-
we have
How
this
about
dinner.
Monday?
2 weeks.
How about Monday?
And that
Oh,
was
okay.
provision if it was already.
You're not
Capacity, but they were gonna put
How about Thursday,
some, like the
I can
fifth one on
do
the list.
Tuesday, and see, what do we have? Oh, that
But
Arstec,
I'll
that,
keep you
that
informed.
Arstec building blocks dinners.
Yes.
That's
But is it
Tuesday.
available?
Yeah.
Well, they said they have us in a list for later.
We're not waiting on this.
So we might not even.
We
might not even go in, yeah.
Okay, so,
31st.
but it wouldn't take long. You know, that thing is at 6:30. We can have our meeting at 5:30 or at 6, and it's gonna be one item. Yeah.
Tuesday?
Wanna do it Tuesday?
Tuesday.
At what time? What time is good?
5:15? I can be here 5:15.
See?
Hey, well, President's looking at me.
Today, well, just say, look, today we called it at 5, it was hard for people to get here at 5, so I wanted to take it.
5:30?
5:30?
Yeah, 5:30 is fine with me too.
5:30?
It only take about an hour.
It's gonna take 10 minutes.
No,
Yeah,
not even 10 minutes.
5:30. 5 minutes. 5:30, then we'll do it at 5:30.
Okay, we're breaking the meeting.
So Tuesday.
Tuesday. 29th, right?
Special call meeting, yes, now.
Y no lo van a mover por Black.
Yeah, because I'm working on, hey, I gotta come from work, but sorry.
Okay, next item is discussion, consideration, possible action, if any, authorizing San Juan ADC interim director to proceed with request for proposals and or qualifications for marketing consultant for the city of San Juan.
Yes, one of the things that we're working on with the city and something that we need to start working with the agency is that we need to have some sort of, not only with the webpage, but more visibility with the EDC, the city of San Juan, somebody that can come in and start promoting the EDC. When we visited the conference this past week or Monday, it's amazing what they've got. But one of the things is they don't know where San Juan is at. And one of the things that we could do maybe on the Dallas conference, whoever gets to go to, is that if we can take some sort of a footage video that'll say, you know, this is what where San Juan is at, and this is what the possibilities are. Whether it's a development, whether it's industrial, whether it's commercial, or whatever, any type of incentive or any type of businesses that need to be promoted within the city. And I think it's very important now that we have the city going out for RFQ, RFP, and maybe we can do some sort of a joint agreement with the EDC and the city so that both of us together can actually go out and see the consultant that will come in and promote the city and the EDC to the next level. Because, I mean, you see it.
And Brandis.
And rebranding of the city image. And that's something that I'd like to recommend and take it into consideration because, I mean, you look every other city, everybody has those promotions, everybody has those commercials advertising promoting the city, and the city is not getting any smaller. It's just growing, so the better we advertise, the better we promote, the better the possibilities of bigger businesses coming into our city.
What do you think of even partnering up to saying San Juan, the city of San Juan and the EDC, how about even the Basilica? I mean, that is, everybody knows San Juan, that is the church, that's the iglesia, right? Maybe all three of us, they got money.
We can reach out to them.
Reach out to them, see they'd like to all together market the city.
If
Well,
you're
then
going that
the
far,
new
we include
museum.
the luxury vehicles.
Yeah, but
I
no,
don't know
we
if
can
those guys
also,
wanna attract.
but we can also advertise
Then
the
they
new
can-
restaurants
museum.
there we have
At
already.
least get sponsors.
You know, if, and I'm not really sure on this, Ms. Palacios. Once we, on the EDC side, we start advertising or promoting businesses, I don't think we can do that. Promote other businesses.
Or on the EDC side,
or we can't?
yeah, you can promote, that's what the
Can we do like a
EDC
little
does.
pamphlet, like a little, just,
Even private,
and have like the restaurants, and have, like grocery stores, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
because we know we don't have a chamber of commerce yet.
Yeah.
Yes,
Eventually we'll get, so hopefully we can get there eventually, you know, with the commission that we have, along with, we can get it, eventually. But right now, I think that would be a quick fix for right now, where we set up, hopefully in the future, in the fast future.
08, 09, not only was there a video done, some of you may remember Somos San Juan, also there was a video online, exactly, covering restaurants, covering traffic in these areas. So all of this has been done before, which unfortunately didn't continue, but we should bring
A
it
video
back.
would be great because we can share it on social media.
So the item on the agenda today is to kind of authorize him to go ahead and seek the qualifications of consultants out there to come in and bid for.
Or some kind of marketing firm?
Marketing firm,
That's
right.
exactly what it is.
So,
Second.
we got a motion to go ahead and authorize him and a second to go ahead and move forward with this. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, possible action, if any, on setting next EDC meeting dates for June 2018. So we just decided that we're gonna have a special call meeting on Tuesday, right? Special on 29th. 29th of May at 5:30. And what other meeting are we gonna have in June? And would it be, we'll get to that item in executive session.
Usually the first meeting was the second Thursday. That was the first meeting Thursday.
No, I'm good with June, except the second. I'm out that week, but I'm, the first week of June, the third week, and the fourth week, I'm good. I don't know how everybody else.
Third week?
is. The third week,
The
would be
24th?
the 21st or the 20th, that's Wednesday the 20th, 21st is a Thursday. Or the 19th.
I'm good with the 20th, and I'm good with the 21st.
So we're down to 2 days, do those work for anybody, everybody?
I'm all right.
June 20 or
meetings a month.
21st? Are we gonna have the 2 meetings in June? Since we're having one on the 29th, I don't know if we'll need one.
Only one in June, no?
Maybe just one in June. Well, the main thing that we're probably gonna have on that meeting is selecting a director.
I was gonna say, we need two, because, we need to look at qualifications first, unless everyone's gonna take a package and then come back and.
No,
and
we
discuss.
can.
Right, so, and we have to have a meeting first to discuss the candidates. and-
Oh, that's today.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Okay.
We're gonna do that today, and then we're gonna decide when we're gonna interview and all that, and then we'll decide on, I would say that it's gonna be the June meeting where we hire.
Right.
If we find somebody, if not, we're gonna extend. So the June 21st or 20th good?
It's either or, it doesn't matter.
So what day do we choose?
Or with the 20th.
20th is a Wednesday? Okay.
Well, actually, the 21st, no?
Is it Thursday?
Thursday.
Doesn't matter.
Thursday, 21st is good.
June the 21st, then, I'll entertain a motion for June 21st at 5:30. Okay, we got a motion
Second,
and a second to have our next June meeting on June the 21st at 5:30. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is executive session. I'm gonna read this one whole entire language here. It says the Board of Directors of San Juan EDC may convene in a closed meeting pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 551, Subchapter D, exceptions to requirements that meeting be open. The San Juan EDC Board will convene an executive session in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas statutes and codes annotated, Government Code Chapter 551, Subchapter D, exceptions to requirements in meetings to be open. San Juan EDC may elect to go into executive session on any item, whether or not such item is posted as an executive session item at any time during the meeting, when authorized for the provisions of the Open Meetings Act. So it is now 5:43. Now executive session. So Okay, it is now 6:12 and I'm reconvening into open session. We did take no action in executive session, so we'll continue with our matter at hand. And it was listed under the Palms project. We have Mr. Bob Trevino here representing the Palms project. You've got the floor, sir.
Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, I appreciate this. I was previously here, just a, comment section, make some comments and everything. And it has to be put on the agenda because, this is something that's really been ongoing since December of 2015. I know and I've heard that the meetings are lost. I think Mr. Arjona told me that they didn't find the meetings for the meeting of the 21st. I don't think it's that complicated because all our members are from San Juan and I don't think any of them have died. So if we need it, I think that it's possible to either bring him back and ask him, or maybe the board can just look at the facts and see whatever you all have and maybe put it on the agenda to either ratify or not ratify the agreement. I know that I requested it, we all our steps, we applied for it, I did all the applications and everything, and I recall when it passed, I recall there was 2 members of the board at that time that went to my office and told me it had been approved, and it was Commissioner Garcia at the time was a member of the board, and Eddie Garcia was also a member of the board. He also went to my office and told me that it had been approved. I know Mr. Arjona asked if I had a letter or something. I did not have a letter. There's some people we had been working with, and I'd been talking to Bobby Rodriguez at the time, and everybody agreed, so I just went forward with it. I do a lot of stuff, and I got a lot of things going, and I was not waiting for a letter. Then I find out that the meetings are lost, but I think that we still have agreement. I know it's a different board, but I don't think, and maybe council can tell me that nullifies everything, but I don't think it should nullify anything. You did voted on it and approved it. So I would like to find out if, how we can move forward with this. Unlike any other business, we plan and do things, and when we applied for this grant and help, and it was approved, and it was automatically put on my budget. And this was a budget for 2016, 2017, and 2018, still on the budget, but I haven't gotten anything resolved. So I would really like to get consideration from the board. I don't know what you all think is the best motion. I've heard things like I could reapply. I do not want to reapply, because the moment I reapply, then I'm saying that it never happened, and I know that it did happen. If it was a matter of maybe saying, well, the members we can't talk to them. All the members are from San Juan. And I'm sure we can ask him and see if it was voted on. And I think that if it was voted on and approved, then I think it's a valid agreement. So I'm really asking for some help here.
Can we ask you, Mr. Trevino, do you have anything to show us that whatever you have? Because you are correct, and it's unfortunate that this body here today does not have the record.
Of course, I had a legal notice where they said they were gonna have it on the meeting. Okay. And then, of course, it said that the meeting was gonna be on 12/21 of 2015. Then I have one of the lists from the EDC where it lists my name, and they wrote in yes on me and some project that was called Desert, Gallo, and a project called Dali. All of this say yes, and it's got the amounts. And then I got, where they've got my project right here, circled and everything. I don't have much more than that,
Where'd you get that, sir?
On and off, I've had copies of this by asking from other members that have been in
And
before.
that other flag, you said they circled it?
This one?
Mm-hmm. You said that, you got this from EDC?
I got that from a member, but that was some time back. the next member maybe.
Do you have any of that, Martha? Can we get copies of that? Okay, do you mind if we get copies of what you have? Mr. Rivera?
Do you by any chance have the original, of this paper?
You know, I could go get it from,
The event.
the event.
Yeah, sure, we'll have it.
That would be,
Yeah, and then I could get copies of it and everything, but then of course that does not show the meeting, the minutes of the meeting or anything. But I don't see why it needs to be penalizing the meetings of law.
Right. Well, you know, unfortunately, we are bound by law. We can only act on what the law allows us to do, and if we don't have any record to move forward on anything, it's kind of we put ourselves in a predicament. We are gonna reach out to Mr. Bobby Rodriguez, who was the gentleman that was here at the time, and see if he can help us find the record or clarify record for us.
That's fine, but I am gonna reach out to some of the members, because they
That
can
would
come,
also be good.
they can come and say whether they voted on it, whether they approved it or not. What I'm saying is, if the board members come and say, we voted on it and approved it, is there gonna be enough, or is still?
Well, then at that point in time, we will have to confer to our legal and see what directive or how we can proceed.
Okay, I will talk to
That's
my own
fair.
attorney and find out what they think, and then you all can figure out that one out.
Exactly. And another problem that has been here, and I'm not making excuses, but there has been a lack of continuity on this board, and you've seen it. There's been new faces, both from lawyers to members to directors, and that has only complicated everything even further. But we are gonna do everything within our power to try to make this right. Okay, you can have that word from us, but we need to find more information and minutes and recordings and documents and agreements to try to help you.
And good luck with Bobby. I've tried to reach out to him. He's in Raymondville, something like
Yeah,
that.
well, I'm gonna reach out to him personally.
Okay.
So
And then I will also reach out to some of the other members.
that's
because,
also a good
you know,
idea.
we're all from San Juan. I know everybody.
And we could also reach out to some of the other members to kind of shed some light.
All I'm saying is, if they say, yes, we voted and approved it, then I think it's simple enough to go before the board, put a member, an item on the agenda to ratify that.
That might be the case, but at that point in time, we'll need to confer with our lawyer. And para que sepas, we're on the process of hiring a lawyer as well. She's only filling in for us temporarily, so.
Mr. President, I have a question real quick. Mr. Reno, you acquired this property back in 08, 09? Do you remember?
No, not really.
No? Okay, if you don't have any documents.
We have the closing.
When I bought it,
When you
I
bought
can
it.
get it, that document. I think it's that far
No, I'm not questioning you purchased it. I'm questioning, did you work with the EDC back then? I'm not questioning. I'm asking if you had any paperwork and work in reference
When I
to.
bought it, no.
You bought it with city or EDC, or how was the, directly with the
I
city?
think the city,
You bought it from the EDC.
was it
I got the
EDC?
closing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No me acuerdo,
You don't remember working, who you
cleared
were
out
working
for
with?
auction or something, or for bids, and I bought it.
And did you meet with the EDC back then? Do you remember?
No me acuerdo when I did, but at some point I did when we were looking at the project. And they said that they would be available for help. And on and off, I would talk to them, and then they told me to go ahead and go up with my application and everything. And so we did the whole thing. We applied for it and turned it in, and eventually it got approved.
Yes, sir.
So all I'm saying is, you know, it's, we're 2.5 years. And if you don't have to wait a while, I don't mind if you don't wait. As long as we say, there was an agreement, let's stick to the agreement. Let's not say, well, we don't have minutes and it just goes. It's not the way it
Well, Mr. Mayor, I'm pretty sure with, it's not a dead issue. That's something we're looking to, and it's for the best interest for the EDC to ratify or fix these issues, whether if we find that or we don't. Because what I understand, we're looking into getting that documentation.
Okay.
So,
And the main
This
purpose
is what he
of
wanted,
the
August
board was
20,
for you to feel that we are taking
And I appreciate
consideration.
it, you know, because
And we're not, we haven't discussing it,
so, but, you know, time goes by, and I get busy, and then it's months and months, and it's just something that's always there, so.
Yeah.
If that's what's gonna happen, and you're gonna reach out to somebody that says, board members, I'm happy, I'm okay with that.
We're gonna try to piece it all together and try to figure it all out for you, okay? Hopefully we won't waste that much more of your time.
We apologize. It's
I'm here, I live here in San Juan, and I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. As long as you guys don't forget about me, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
I
Quinn.
apologize for.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Okay, have a good evening.
Just for the record, not como commissioner, I was here as an ex-EDC board
Back then.
member, and just to support business people, that we don't wanna give that bad image, that we don't comply. You know, I heard you in the meeting that you're trying to produce and make, EDC, you know, that's here. And I just don't wanna take the back, you know, it's not that I support him or support, I just wanna make sure that we get the right documentation, or if we're move forward, if it's a no, it's a no.
We discussed the exact same thing right now. We said that that's not what we wanna do, is send a bad image message to our business partners.
But I wasn't the board when we voted that time.
In favor?
We'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you then shortly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we'll go back to.
You can close you're gonna go into taking,
Okay, it is now 6:24, and we are now going to reconvene into executive session.